I like to say the best things happen to men when they're asleep.
I'll comment on that later on.
And he formed the woman. Where he took the dust of the earth and made man, he took the rib and formed woman. And so, it's something I've been looking at over the years, because the purpose of the woman is to be a help fit for the man.
That's right. That's right.
But the Bible also tells us that if there are men who will not burn, don't bother to get married. While
Say that again. If they are men.
men who will not burn, they could serve the Lord and not burn.
Oh, okay, right. Yes, yes.
Don't.
I understand.
Paul said so. Don't bother to get married.
Mm-hmm.
But women have been bred to believe that your purpose is to be married, and I think that has warped our thinking oh so terribly.
But hasn't it been said this is the ideal life? You grow up as a young lady, you go to school, you get your passes, or if you go to college, whatever, you get a degree, and then you seek after, you get a husband, and you get married, you get a home, and you get a car. Isn't that the ideal
why
life?
bother to go to school and to get a degree and educate yourself if you're going to get married?
Well, because it has been
when I say get married,
I
I
understand
mean
what you're saying. That's it. That's it.
that's the sum total of your life.
Purpose. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. But you see, unfortunately, that's some of the stuff we have heard as children growing up, And then even sometimes in some churches, you would hear, "Girl, you're getting older, look at your age. Well,
But
you ain't getting married.
if
When
I
you get
have
married,
not-
what about the children?"
Yes, but I need to be found. The woman needs to be found. And this is another problem we have. The women don't wait to be found. We go and we chase the men. And then when we marry the man and things crumble, we go back crying. How come? But that's what you went and found.
Well, I've heard many scenarios, and I want us to address a few because people called in and they described different situations, and I was amazed of some. I think I went through stuff, but I was like, wow, these people are really going through. There was this caller who said that she has been living with this person. They have children. He wants to get married, and we touched on that in our program. But she doesn't want to get married to him now because she's seeing some stuff that she really cannot deal with. She can't live with. Now, that's after having children for the man, right?
And having lived with him.
Yes. And then there's the other scenario. This young lady who thinks that there's nothing in life for her except to be with a man. And because the man is making her feel loved, she didn't receive love from her parents at home. And, she grew up in this poor neighborhood. And then this man came and said, "I love you." The L word came out. And she's now living a promiscuous life. So how do we, encourage people to stand, to live right? Because it's not easy. Even me as a single person, it's not easy. Now, I know it is to be single, married,
and single again.
And single again.
Yeah.
All right? But let's go back a bit. In my previous single days, it was extremely difficult. As a woman, as a young woman growing up, you're hearing so many things. And you know what was sad? There wasn't many people at the time talking and encouraging you. And then the few that was encouraging you, the way in which they were doing it was kind of discouraging. And then you had a little rebellious spirit going on because, you're a young woman now, a young lady, and you're growing up and stuff like that. And you're wondering, well, how to fit everything in. How can I be what they want me to be and not gravitate to what I'm feeling? The things that I'm seeing my friends with their boyfriends, and so
this is one of the things the word tries to address when it tells the older woman to teach the younger woman. I have found traditionally the older women have told you the same garbage they've been told. Am I allowed to say that?
Well, good, you said it already.
Because they have been told it. It's been said to them. They've lived it. They've recognized a lot of it is inconsistent with what eventually happens, and yet they pass it on to us. I was speaking with my mom the other day, and I had to say to her, I said, "Listen, give me the whole picture. Don't give me half the picture." I said, "You have a way you always tell me part. I want the whole thing, and then allow me to sit down and thrash it out and understand it and absorb it. And then we could work with it." And this is what you with your experience and me with mine, we need to mentor those coming up. Sometimes you might have to mentor those older than us.
Yes.
Because of our experiences. And they need to be able to come to us and say, listen, this is my situation.